You want the real story? The McGregor story could have been about a lad who never left Dublin. I manifested greatness. I fought. Beat the best of me.
The new UFC featherweight champion! McGregor is for real.
Become the realest man in the octagon. The biggest draw in the world. The first real fighter to cross over sports. The first champ. After all that, you think I'm going to give up now? Get real. Failure isn't fatal. Success is never final. I'll just keep going, knowing I wrote this story.
So here we have it. One of the all-time greats, one of the most charismatic, influential individuals in the sport, in the world of sport, in the world of the UFC. He's basically announced of launching a token called Real. Yes. So this is Real. Basically, he mentioned, I changed the fight game. I changed the whiskey game. I changed the stout game. Now it's time to change the crypto game. This is the beginning. So he basically made the announcement. This was probably just less than a day ago that he's launching a token. And this is the website. So we can actually just go to it. So this website gives you information of the token launch, Real, fueling Conor's fight. So change is coming. Join the fight with the Real World Gaming and Conor McGregor. Real holders get rewarded, not rugged. Okay, so let's highlight this point: not rugged. Making real impact together. It's time to get real. So it gives you a breakdown of updates. So in terms of the Twitter mentions and posts that he's essentially done, and so on and so forth. So a pretty standard website, to be honest. You've got the tokenomics here, so it gives a breakdown of the tokenomics. The Dow 31.5%, Dow Treasury 60.6%, TGE unlock 6-month vest. So 60% will be unlocked at TGE, and then there's a 6-month vest of the rest. 16.5% community. 1.3% will be unlocked at TGE, and the remainder will be a 12-month lock and 24-month vest. And then there's a 13.5 seed sell, 30 million valuation, 6 mil lock and 12 vest, and so on and so forth. So you can obviously go to this site to read the information. We are a 4-year-old DAO of real change makers. Thank you to your community backers for joining us on this world. So anyway, it gives you an overview of the user's wallet. You can stake, you can earn. The utility here is MMA, real world fight simulator, McGregor businesses, more to come. So not quite understand what this is providing. Is this providing providing some form of percentage equity to his businesses? If you actually are a holder or you're part of the DAO, I don't know. So it's very, very vague with the information. So it says backed by the best. Okay, so these are the backers. We need to really look into see actually, are these just backers that are saying, yes, we basically want to be associated, or are they actually putting money on the line? So we need to take a look at this, or do they participate in the seed round? So we need to go anyway. So since this is announced by Conor McGregor, what you can actually see here is that so obviously this is the breakdown, and then 97% of the total, so there's 2 billion supply as I mentioned, and this is the fund. So obviously, you know, he was aggressively pushing hard to try and raise capital for this. So raise 1 to 3.6 million. This is their pre-sale target. Okay, McGregor's pre-sale target of 1 to 3.6 million. Sell 60 million tokens at 6 cents. So total liquid assets 2,165. Pre-sale goals. So this is what their intention was. Okay, and then a sealed bid auction that they had in place. So everyone was getting happy. You know, people wanted to push hard. But the proof is always in the pudding, right? We have Beanie. He basically came out. He's obviously mentioned some information about the raise that's taken place. 67,000 has been raised so far a few hours ago, after taking less than 10% of the target raise. So the target was 3.6 million, only raised 300,000. He's removed all mentions on his token on social media. And then it goes more information here. So the question is, number one, what's going to happen with the funds? Because obviously it hasn't achieved the expected raise, right? So the pre-sale target, was there a minimum? And if that was not achieved, would the funds then be refunded? So we can then pull up the specific wallet. So this wallet shows 328,000 so far raised in USDC. And you've got the contract creator. Let's pull this up here. Contract creator. So here, and then we can basically then just go back just to see information here if there's any connection. So base portal. So we can do some on-chain analysis to really see who actually created this. So this was funded by this specific wallet quite a long time ago, actually. Let's see internal transactions, token transfers. So Cow protocol, so funds from this wallet. Okay, so we're just going back just to see if there's any red flags, anything that, so you can see, okay, so this is 32 days ago, so probably 91 days ago, 120. So this seems to be a different raise, or maybe this could actually be from, so there's only 40 grand here. So there's some form of a raise that took place based on this wallet, which funded that contract. So anyway, so that's what's been done so far. So clearly it's been a massive disappointment. Beanu actually quite mentioned that in the CoffeeZilla interview a couple of months ago, Hayden Davis, he's clearly on the run, you know, being part of the other massive scam that took place connected to the Argentinian president. So he said that he was actually looking to work with Conor McGregor to launch a token. So I'm not too sure whether he's associated with this or not. I don't know. Highly unlikely, because he has a lot more on his plate at the moment. But this just shows, as he mentioned, if he had done this raise probably 6 months ago, 3 months ago, I would definitely perceive that there's a high probability that he would have achieved the raise. But because of the meme coin now, you know, people have lost a lot of money. The allure, the profitability has totally diminished. People have essentially moved away from it. And obviously because of Trump, that was more or less the crux, the crescendo that really was the end of the whole space, as it has been, essentially. So that's where we are. So just giving you a heads up, you know, there are still entertainers, still A-list, B-list, C-list, influencers still trying to get involved. But my question always is, if you're Conor McGregor, and if you're someone that you have a diversified set of businesses, income streams from the proper number 12 whiskey, which actually he co-founded, and he basically sold a majority stake in 2021, right, to Proximo. That stake that he sold leading to a staggering 600 million sell to Proximo Spirits in 2021. So he clearly took a large percentage of that, right? Let's say 30%, 40%, possibly, I don't know. Depends what split he had with the other co-founder and other partners. But clearly he probably would have made at least 100 mil, 200 mil from that. Then you have other business interests like the revolutionizing fitness that he's into. He's got his fashion and lifestyle, August McGregor. He's got the Black Forge Inn, which is basically a host of real estate and hospitality and premium gastro pubs in Dublin, right? Then he's got additional investments, stake in TIDL Sport, so on and so forth. So for you to try and really entice yourself to get involved and launch a token at this stage just tells me is something's not quite right. Is this just a standard cash grab, right? If you have an empire exceeding 200 million, why are you really interested in trying to launch a token and trying to achieve a raise of 3 million, right? 1 to 3 million as a target raise? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So anyway, I'm going to add this into the description. Please like, subscribe if you like this information. We're going to do more research about certain projects, do product reviews, and so on and so forth. Thank you.